But I'm always over there, just still on the news desk. You can always tag me if you have any questions, or if there's any spready tickers that you're like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? If I have thoughts, I'll share them. And yeah, I can't believe it's already 2 o'clock.
Yeah, hopefully you guys had a solid midday session. Crazy quadunking happening in the markets. Hopefully we find a bid soon enough. But without any further ado, we're going to pass it back to the guys right there. We'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Have a good one.
We're not doing the afternoon right now?
All right.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to the show.
Gonna get the mic and then rock and roll.
Gotcha. All right, so we'll get Brendo in a second. Joseph, welcome back. Your boy got in a good set.
That's Sean. I'm Neil.
Yeah.
Or do you want to be
right?
Or do you want to be Neil?
I can be whatever.
All right,
I'm good either way. I didn't load up the chat quite yet, guys, so I'm gonna get into the chat right now, and then we'll start talking about the couple of positions that have got on at the moment. A couple of small cap gappers, GWH and CATX. More on those in a second. Joey, I just got to load up the chat. What are you looking at?
I was gonna say, brother, we gotta touch it down over here as we go short in some Ethereum. Way to fix that one up there, Assassino. Thank you very much, my guy. So we're just holding that range. We get in a little bit. We post up right here at 31 flat, and then now we're just consolidating, looking to take that additional leg lower. And guys, what a butt whooping it's taken here today, down 6%. Crazy. And full disclosure, I was telling Sharif just before, shortly after, literally a couple minutes after we ended our other show, I got out of all of my contracts, so I'm 100% cash in the swing account now, guys. So I'm ready to rock and roll. Let the selling commence, and then sure enough, maybe we can get some nice things at some lower prices. So
I like that,
let's rock and roll. But after the critical alt escape, short. Thank you, Big Don, for the big dump on the market today. Been playing according, baby. Yeah, good job, my friend. Nice work on that one too. Alex B, nice. Yeah, it feels great. Honestly, it's like a weight off your shoulders at the end of the day. Good stuff.
It is, bro. And the thing is, too, like, look, if you're swing trading, that should be exactly it. There has to be TA, there has to be stops in swing. But if you're in the long term and you're really focused on the long term vision, you can't really put on the goggles right now, especially at times like this when you start seeing, like, think about the opportunities in April. That's all I'll say. You know what I mean? So you've got to have that in the back of your mind and then be asking objectively, is this the right area to buy? Is this the right environment to buy? All right, guys, I'm involved in right now GWH. We're doing it live. We're adding into the position because we got a winner on. I initially added there at 55s. Then we added more into the break in the low 70s, or sorry, the high 60s. Looking for continuation. This is the first 5-minute candle to make a new high. So I'm continuing to watch this one. But while we watch that, let me tell you about this. Plus 500, guys, looking for a futures trading platform that actually delivers without hitting costs? Well, if you are, plus 500 futures, you get free live charts, transparent fees, low margins, and an unlimited demo so you can practice until you're ready to trade live. And open an account and start trading with as little as $100 with Plus 500's powerful platform. You can access a wide range of futures markets, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, you got Bitcoin, gas is on there. Even the Forex heads have something to trade. Likewise with the commodity heads, metals, crypto, and more. It's all in one place, guys. Plus, enjoy a welcome bonus of up to $200 in commission-free trading. Just scan that QR code on the screen to apply your account today and join over 30 million users worldwide who have already chosen Plus 500. Shout out to them and the good folks there. Just before we send it back to Brendo, guys, we did get a break into that 80s area, but we're getting rejections here in the mid to low 80s on GWH, something to look out for.
Happy Friday. I think. It's been a red one anyways, if you are just joining or pulling up a chart possibly for the first time this afternoon. That's a pretty ugly candle forming on the daily time frame here. That is the SPY, or S&P 500. Want to direct your attention down here as well. Heavy sell volume behind this move this afternoon for the SPY. If you flip over to the Nasdaq, yeah, nothing changes. It's exactly the same. We were talking this morning a little bit about how we were still green on the week. The Dow, the S&P pushing 9 weeks in a row, or was attempting to be 9 weeks in a row to the upside. No longer, obviously, all three major indexes well into negative territory, nearly 2% here for the S&P specifically, and the Nasdaq leading the way. It was all in response to, I wanted to point out the VIX here, obviously, big move down. You're going to see a huge spike in volatility. So 30% for the VIX to the upside right now. A better part of $5 at one point at the highs, but all three major indexes, 1.2, 1.8, 2.5 right now for the Nasdaq. It's been ugly right from the start. We were touching on some of the chip names to kick things off this morning, NVIDIA specifically, and Qualcomm running into China problems. AMD we didn't really get into. I mean, pull up any chart, it's pretty much going to look like this afternoon here. If you missed it again, a True Social post from President Trump considering massive, quote unquote, massive tariff increases for China in retaliation or response to some of the moves that China has made over the past 24 hours or so in response to the U.S. So we'll see how this plays out. Remember the last time that this happened, we went tit for tat with China until we got to 100+% on both sides for tariffs going either way. So I doubt we'll get back to that extent. But the market doesn't like it anyways, guys. Nothing specific as far as AMD is concerned. But I mean, as I said, pick a chart. It's going to look pretty ugly at this point.
Yeah,
go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to touch on Brando's point here with the VIX, so you can see that really starting to kick up there as well, too, guys. 160% at the money IV, and the volume starting to come in on some of these calls here. So, yeah, you get that aggressive selling and the momentum to the downside, you're going to see an uptick in the VIX here, and sure enough, that's what's being displayed. So, yeah, and I mean, as for AMD, I was saying to Sharif and everyone this morning, like, Sharif, I don't know who's, but... Like you said, yeah, a lot of people, but logically it's like, okay, what are we going to do? Oh, why? Okay, there we go. Are you really going to be buying it up here? I mean, and within one day, you're already down 8.5% there roughly.
Yeah,
so
but Joey, it's still bull flagging.
It's
still bull flagging. And we still got higher lows. I mean, look at the initiation of the white candle. We're still a little bit higher than that. I don't mind. Like, look, it's ugly. It feels ugly. Crap.
Yeah.
Right? But you know,
no, I'm not saying it's a bad buy for the long term, but just immediately after you have that massive gap up, I think it's something that you want to pause and wait on.
That's fair.
Considering there's already the frothy talk within the market, right?
So people won't shut up about that.
Exactly. So I mean, you're down aggressively already on the session, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see another couple percentage point drop in some of these big chip names as well too.
Here's what I gotta say. So let's do some Fibonacci retracements. Let's see exactly how far we are off the high. So let's go with 240 because that price spike doesn't really count. So 240, we'll say that that's going to be 100% on our fibs. We're not even at 2/3 of a retracement yet, guys. That would be 210. So the 1/3, pardon me. The 1/3 retracement, that's the 210. The halfway is about 201, a little bit ahead of 200. So I think, you know, this is not too bad. I don't personally, you know, like what the new development is, but I don't think price is really all that bad on AMD. Looks ugly today, obviously 5 3/4. But I want to say one specific thing though. There's no AI build out without critical minerals. Let's just start that as our starting point here, okay? And so if this is going to kind of be the tit for tat exchange, then I think this probably hurts AMD in a couple of ways.
Yeah.
Or in one way, a little bit worse than NVIDIA. Number one, AMD doesn't have their China-specific variant approved by the Department of Commerce yet.
Yep.
Whereas we know NVIDIA does. It's got the H20 and the B30A could also get approved. And AMD's, for whatever reason, still not approved by the Commerce Department. So they don't even have revenue there that they could have realized that they're not going to realize. That's number one. Number two, NVIDIA gets hit a little bit more by this because even though, you know, the Chinese government doesn't want them, doesn't want their companies buying these chips from NVIDIA, the fact of the matter is they want them. And we saw another Singaporean company yesterday, which is under investigation for funneling chips into China. So the fact that the Chinese government doesn't want them doesn't mean, go ahead, Joey.
Oh no, I just did it again, man. Anyways, continue. I got out all that.
This is kind of the way that I see things. I don't think AMD gets hit from a revenue perspective as much as NVIDIA. What it does get hit, obviously, is the lack of critical minerals that, you know, the Taiwan semis, that the Broadcoms, everybody who they're contracting out to needs to make their chips, and that's obviously how it hurts them, guys.
All All right, we'll go on to Big Bear AI. I mean, same story as far as the overall price action goes. It's really interesting. I was sitting there during lunchtime listening to some of these headlines come in. And, you know, it's very easy to get stuck in that scenario where it's just every day is the same. Every day is 0.4, 0.5, 0.6% up or down as far as the market is concerned. Every day is 0.8, 0.7%, depending on what individual stock you're looking at any given time. And you get really caught in that world of low volatility. And it's hard to really anticipate something like this happening. When it does happen, though, you see it for the first time, you get a big 1+% move as it's been, or 2+% move. And it feels a lot crazier than it really is. BBAI, right back to where we started here this morning on the overall negativity. Again, nothing significant as far as the individual company is concerned. There was a contract for the U.S. Army that was set back. That was the initial pivot at the top. But I mean, the selling in the overall market, really the story here, guys. I mean, all of these AI, I saw SoundHound AI under a lot of pressure today as well. I mean, the volume's back, the volatility is back. Yeah, we're headed downside, but nothing significant as far as individual news stories here.
No, Brendo, and we didn't really see a news headline when we started trading this earlier because this one was breaking out. It almost got to $9. So we took the initial bull flag breakout, just adding on the dips, and then we didn't participate in the best move over here, right into, I believe, that 880 area where it ended up topping out. But let me just bring in the black charts over here because you can just see the loss of the bid right around the beginning, of course, of the midday show, which is kind of when we got the Truth Social post from President Donald Trump. There it is, dropping with the overall market. And we know how the small cap gappers can march to the beat of their own drum. And you don't always see pullbacks and retracements in the small caps. But there you go. Another reason that Big Bear AI is not a small cap in the strict sense. It reacted to the market wave, the overall market wave, whereas we know, of course, the small cap gappers don't typically do that. And here it is, Joey. I mean, we dropped down. We had a bit of a V-shaped retracement. We pop back up. Lo and behold, Joey, we get into VWAP, and it's a clean rejection for another lower high.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like what Brendo was talking about there, is just when you're in lower volatility environments, everything looks drastically more kind of severe than what it actually is. But essentially what's happening is you're getting the price expansion, so you're starting to move a lot more and fluctuate more within an intraday standpoint. So things look bad because we're in the lower volatility environment. And then when you get that pickup in the VIX, you can see that things become a lot more drastic and it feels a lot heavier. So I like that he brought that point up. But as for BBAI, I mean, here's another name that's been doing half decent. You get this massive run up in February, it cools off a little bit and continues its move, holding that trend really nice. But now you're experiencing almost, I will call it a quadruple top maybe. We're pretty close on that front at that $8.79 level. So, I mean, you're getting that move, that heavy rejection, and I mean, it's moving with the overall market. So I think it's a little bit of a sit on your hands for a bit. I don't think it's going to be phased out immediately. It may take some time. But if you're sitting on some cash, I think you're sitting in a good position as well, too.
I agree 100% with that, man.
Oh, let's continue on. Rocket Lab to the upside this morning. It was pre-market. We saw the initial move came off the back of a couple of new contracts secured by the company. But we were making the point, if you joined us in the pre-market this morning on at 8:30, remember, we were talking the simple fact that this thing has been an absolute rocket ship on its own as a stock since the beginning of the year, up huge off those April lows. Japan Aerospace, the latest contract coming through for RKLB, gets all the way up here to $73.50, $74. I mean, again, the market pivot, the market move back to the downside, still going to lead the way as far as the negativity and price action back downside here for RKLB today. Guys, thoughts here?
Yeah,
sure.
Shout out to Raheem Alani, man. He's here. There he is.
There, yeah, exactly.
With him.
Exactly.
Shout out to Raheem. I love seeing him around. All right, let's just check out RKLB here, Joey, because look, we're putting in a beautiful uptrend. This is the 15-minute chart on Rocket Labs, and you know, Adara is the one that drops puns, but this thing has been absolutely rocketing up. Let's just go to the daily real quick and kind of preface this on the morning, Assassino. Assassino, would you have gotten in here back in July of 2024? I know you're going to say yes. Absolutely.
Oh.
And he would have been 1,300% in the money, Joey, as there's so many reasons here that we've been running up. Remember when Our friend Elon and our other friend Donald Trump had a little bit of little scrap there.
Squall.
And there was talk about SpaceX actually dropping some contracts with the U.S. government. Well, the U.S. government's not going to stop funding space exploration. Somebody was going to stand to benefit from that. We had a run up with respect to that. And yeah, we're just getting more tailwinds, man.
I think as you see these strong names, it's basic in some of the technical analysis. The longer the consolidation, the larger the potential expected move can be. And I mean, that's what we experienced here in RKLB. You go to those April lows, it's just a steady uptrend from that $15. Goes up into this consolidation, which is around already 211%. Consolidates, holds that range within a $5, $10 range, and then breaks out with vigor. So, I mean, by all means, it's strong and it's selling with the overall market. Is it time for things to start cooling down? It only takes that one catalyst and an increase in tariffs potentially. If these guys are going to go tit for tat on it, then sure enough, we might see a little bit more of a pullback here. But I think it's pretty good. I like this frothiness, and I don't know how much. I was talking to you earlier. It's like, how much more are we going to climb without having that aggressive pullback?
Yeah.
10%, 20%. Yeah. At what point are things going to cool down? Because it's the market. We know that it doesn't go straight up all the time. So this just might be the spark that lit the flame there.
I want to say something as well too with this, just with respect to the overall industry. This is what we're seeing a lot from. So they're launching space. They're launching satellites into space for Japan. But what you're seeing a lot of lately are more low Earth orbit satellites just littering space. For example, obviously we know what's Elon Musk's internet company? What's that called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Starlink.
Starlink, thank you. Just all those different types of companies that are doing things like that. And also, sadly, you're going to have a lot of militarization as well. Quite frankly, I think, the dream of having space demilitarized is going to die pretty quickly, because they're talking about the Golden Dome actually having, sadly, well, it depends on really how you look at it, weapons in space that intercept incoming missiles before. There's like 3 different phases of an ICBM, okay? And you can basically only guarantee that you hit it out in certain phases. So they want to catch it early.
Well, they already have space. You got Space Force.
The Space Force is going to be what's controlling the Golden Dome, right? And so you're going to see a lot more of this. And it's not just going to be the United States launching these low Earth orbit satellites and things like that for telecom as well as military. So I just foresee more of this kind of demand, Joey. And we've been even seeing telecom companies take a push into space as well, with Apple now offering text to satellite. Rogers is offering text to satellite. So more of this kind of stuff.
A lot of that stuff going on.
A couple more here. APLD has been an interesting one today. If there was one that you kind of looked at going into the open as much stronger than the rest, might have been this one, but it ends up being a little bit less so when all is said and done. Heavy sell volume comes in right at 10 o'clock, guys, as this pivot turns in the overall market. Again, we touched on the earnings if you joined us in the pre-market this morning for APLD.
Yeah, I mean, APLD is, again, another name that's been on a monster run, and I don't know if these pullbacks are warranted or not, but essentially you can only continue to climb as high as this, right? So, I mean, those April lows, $3.60-something cents, you climb up almost 1,000% at that point, which is absolutely insane, and you gap up on earnings. And there was a trader in the chat who's like, yeah, I'm like, be cautious. You might get that gap up just due to how strong the name is, but look at the legs of Oracle and what happened after that. You get that cool, you're going to start to fill that gap to the downside. But Applied Digital has been on an absolute monster run since April, just like the rest of the market. So there you go, you're getting some selling here today.
Yeah, and I like the report. Obviously, you can talk about the actual earnings report itself, with actual revenue increasing about 84% year over year. You can talk about the deal that they signed with CoreWeave for 195 megawatts in North Dakota. Apparently, it's fully leased, meaning that they have clients for all that compute. It's going to generate about, well, this is where we kind of joked in the morning. The company expects to generate $11 billion in contracted revenue just from CoreWeave over the next 15 years. So we were joking when we talked about Oracle, projecting 4 years down the road, 350 billion, 750 billion, or whatever they were saying in 2030. So, look, I mean, it's fantastic. It's just so future. So, forward looking.
Yeah, it's extremely optimistic.
We'll see how it all goes, but you can't argue with the price action. This is a chart, obviously, of of APLD. Topping tail candle today right now on the daily, guys, so that doesn't really look that good. Maybe expect a return to the 10 EMA, which is around $29.30. We had a high today of 39.07. We're currently trading at 34 with a low of 32.83. I see absolutely a fine retracement into 30 to hold psychological support as well as overlap with the 10 EMA. We'll see how this one goes.
Absolutely.
Big day for SoFi initially this morning. We had this headline that they've been hinting at it over the past, I don't know, month or two, and it finally comes across that administration is considering selling 1.6 trillion in student loan portfolio to private lenders. I mean, with this government shutdown that's continuing, not much of anything going to happen in current, including some of the data, important data points coming out next week. Remember, they have pushed CPI down the road. So we will get that, but won't be until later in the month. Anyway, SoFi, guys, got absolutely crushed here today. 29.80 at the high there, almost $30, straight through to 27 with barely a bid for SoFi.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly, Brendo. Yeah, especially reject that $30 area, Joey. 29.80 the high on the daily on SoFi. Let's take a gander because we just visited. Joey, we just got into that 50 period. We started creating higher highs and higher lows. I always worry about these type of patterns. And the reason I say that is because this is technically a lower high, right? So I always worry once we start developing a lower area high than its predecessor that we're going to see that lower low. And that lower low, of course, comes below that $25 area, which is a little bit lower than the 50 EMA. So we'll have to see how this cookie crumbles, but this is the headline that Brendo was talking about, student loans. Look, I think they've really diversified, I'm talking about SoFi, away from just being that refinancier for higher interest student loans at lower rates. They've really become sort of a decentralized, obviously, fintech bank that really wants to cater to millennials and Gen Z or Z who have money, right? They want to kind of be, as Robinhood, Joey, is the sort of the Morgan Stanley of the youth or the younger class. So let's see how this goes. I mean, it's a pullback, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we're experiencing. So is SoFi going to be the Fannie and Freddie of student loans, maybe? 215% right there off of those April lows. So I think as we have our touches here on our trend line to the top side, at what point do you think that you're going to come into those zones? I mean, we can draw an additional one here, and it looks like with this momentum, we've already failed to put in a new high. So we're rejecting that aggressively. You see the selling pressure step in on today's session. So it's a matter of trend line, and then if you're going to breach the next one, and that can bring you into the low 24s here on SoFi. So I think it's just time to sit on your hands, guys. If you've been long for quite some time, there's nothing wrong with trimming, in my opinion, and waiting to grab some of these names at some lower valuations.
All right, we're done the rundown. Thank you, Brendo.
Right.
Yeah. Five tickers. Those are the five voted on by the gang in the chat. So let's cover what I've got on at the moment, guys. There is one that's breaking out. Everything is kind of iffy. DGXX getting into the highs. It's not respectful of technical levels, though, at least, not with these moving averages. Also a little bit light on volume. Those are the bad things. The good things are it's trading near the high of the day. It's 1 penny off the high. It's up 22.16%, but the volume is FEAM as well. Let me throw that ticker on there, excuse me. These are all late day breakouts. You'll see the majority of them are making moves, after 12 o'clock. Definitely not in the pre-market and certainly not during the open. You get a bull flag initially here. It's held well. It had a whole bunch of lower highs with a flat bottom. That was a flat bottom break candidate, but the bid stepped in right around 145, and there we go. We're forming bull flag number 2. But bull flag number 2 is not as tall as its older sibling, okay? So here's the deal. I need to clear 6 decisively here. We're like 607, 610. I could give this to the mid-80s, right? Because you could hold 6, right, which is a psychological support, but then you have price action resistance very clearly here at 590. It's a 1, 2, 3 triple top on the 5 before it's cleared a little bit later on. So what concerns me are 2 things. 1, we haven't cleared 6 decisively enough. And number 2, the second bull flag over here is a little bit smaller than its predecessor. And usually that's not the case. So we'll see. We'll see FEAM and DGXX. DGXX is at the day high right now. So it's breaking out. So we're going to keep tabs on that one. Let's go ahead, take off CATX. CATX is okay. We can stay in that one for a little bit. We'll see how that one goes. We'll take off BBAI. We'll throw in our good friend now, DGXX. Is this on the NQ? It is. 1 penny spread. Okay. Now we're good. All right, so we're in new highs territory now, 327 breakout on DGXX. It's up 23.86%. Did you not get market data connection last time? Am I just the only one getting it?
No, but every time I
got it again.
Every time I try to switch to a daily or something like that, it's delayed.
Interesting.
Yeah, it takes a long time to transit, but I never got it.
I just got it right now, and I got it before when you and I were talking. So
order filled.
Yeah, everybody knows that order filled guy, bro. So DGXX topping tail candle through 327. We're gonna have to watch this a little bit here because it's look, 3.5 million shares of volume on a $3 name by 225. Like, yeah, I could ask for a little bit more. We'll see, Joey. I'm going to pack my patience. Yeah. I don't need to be jumping in quick.
Absolutely. All right, guys, let's pull these up here. I like what Dangerous is saying in the chat.
I'm so dangerous.
He's like, Joe, we seen any put activity, high levels of puts that we can look at as potential put walls and for potential bounces? And I just said to him, I don't know if we're in that territory just yet, considering the selling just started. But as I bring up the actual SPY, you can see that we have something around 655. So that's around 4.5 points from where we're currently trading at right now. So, I mean, are we going to get there? Those are 0 DTE. We want to maybe go over to the following expiration. Again, same thing. Nothing crazy at that 655 level just yet. 658, you're starting to see a little bit of a bounce. Where did we bounce off on the lows in today's session? There it is, right? Like 657, 65. Things take a little bit of time to turn around, but there's probably no coincidence that you have 18,000 contracts currently open and 38,000 traded on the session. So you can find a little bit of a bounce, but also look at the open interest on the call side. This is extremely anemic. I don't even there's not much there, Sharif, at the end of the day. So I don't think there's going to be too much. Maybe you'll see a little bit of more volume stepping into the writings, right? As the volatility picks up, you're going to be collecting more premium. I was talking about this earlier in the week. After that big pop-up, we're like, hey, I think these AMD 150 calls, the 250 calls on AMD expiring, nope, that's the 17th. Yeah, let's get over here to the 17th. Those were paying a $112, so $1.15 or $1.12 there, and now those are worth 74 cents, right? So I mean, there still might be an opportunity in there. The IB's up there, but for next week's expiration cycle, 250 collecting $78 per contract combination. I like it. As a matter of fact, let's actually build the spread right now. Yeah, we're gonna build the spread right now and see what we got going on. Exactly. We're gonna go in inverse vert here. So bang, bang. We're gonna go over to that 55, and then we're gonna obviously take a look at the, no, I don't wanna do that. Go up here.
Go up,
there you go, thank you. No, that's too high now. Assassino, don't do me dirty.
No, you're good, Assassino. Everything's
he's good. I know, that's my homeboy. That's my boy. All right, so here, let's take a look at this one here. Where's my thing here now?
What happened, Joey?
I don't know. Okay, no, we're good. No, we're good. We're good. All right. So, I mean, there we go. Let's take a look at the risk profile. We're using our delta metric here as well, too. So, I mean, you're not collecting that much, but at the end of the day, so we got our bear call spread set up. And that's not right. So that's not right. But the probability of profit is there, and that's kind of what I'm aiming at. I want to bring this down a little bit more so we can see. So $87. So we're going to be collecting around $32, right, per contract combination, using our delta as well too, which I think is absolutely a beautiful stuff. So $34 is what you're collecting. But you say, hey, Joe, why would I want to collect $34 when my max loss is $715?
Why?
That doesn't make much sense now, does it? No. But your probability of making that cash flow is 91%. And that's your max loss. Are you going to lose $715? No, not if you're smart about it. Okay, so you put in those stop losses, but day by day, if volatility tends to decay and start to tighten once again, then you're just going to be raking in that premium. And eventually you can just close the contracts on the Wednesday or the Thursday when you've collected 75% of the premium and you close it out, or you just roll it over, collect a little bit more, and do the exact same thing. So I really like this strategy. 91% pop. You're collecting $34 per contract combination on that bear call spread.
Each year, guys, 3.8 million concussions are sadly reported in the United States, yet there is still no FDA-approved treatment. A NYSE-listed Origenics trading under ticker OGEN is changing all of that with its first-in-class intranasal drug designed for rapid brain access. And with concussion treatment market projected to reach about $8.9 billion by 2027, Origenics is uniquely positioned to lead the way. So learn more and schedule a meeting today. Shout out to the folks at OGEN. All right, Joey, I've got a new one. Look, there's what is this? Get the hell out of here, Outlook. Nobody invited you, bro. There's a new one here called SOAR. SOAR. It's trading on the MX, which right away puts it in, you know, what kind of bucket for me. We'll trade it begrudgingly if it sets up in the right way with ample suspicion. Because these ones, if they halt, number one, they're just bamboozlers in general. The MX network, no shade, but that's just been my observation. Number two, if they halt, we'll have to fly blind, which means we won't know what the top is, the theoretical auction price. And so that obviously creates a bit of a problem because we have no idea who's in control at any one point when we're halted. And they also sometimes tend to be a little bit longer of halts. Why is, okay, Outlook's very annoying. So I'm keeping an eye on it here. Now, it definitely had some resistance at 60. It gets into 65. I mean, I feel like I'm grasping at straws over here, guys, trying to find some of these small cap gappers. So if there's any new ones, just throw them in the chat. Let me know. I'm just taking a quick look over here at the scanner to see if there's any new ones. Tag me though, so that I see your message. All right, GWH is popping off a little bit. It looks like it found a little bit of support here at $4. Where are we going? Yeah, there is that 4 pop, but it's south of the 10 EMA. So I'm worried that it uses the 10 EMA as resistance over here. GWH, it's up a very respectable 148%, but it's well off the highs, 533 high, dips into 4, finds support at 4, and it's had a lot of interactions with that $4 level today, whether it was in the pre-market or at, 12 o'clock. It's generally been interacting with that 4 level, so it's no surprise we're finding support here. But do we get above the 10 EMA and start working our way into that 450 area? I don't know. I feel maybe this one's past its prime, so to speak. So keep my eye on that. I'm holding CATX at the moment, looking for a breakout above 5, but we're not getting it. So I think I'm just going to flatten out here, break even. VWAP is at 480, but if I want to get in at VWAP, I can get in at that time. I don't need to DCA into VWAP. So that's all I've got, Joey. Nothing else really moving in small cap gapper world. Obviously, if you're just joining us or if you're wondering why the market is looking like this, well, the reason for that is obviously, of course, President Trump did tweet, or not tweet, but he posted on True Social with respect to the ongoing trade negotiations with China, which are not going well, according to him, because they're starting to change their tune. Apparently, they are reaching out to, allies and looking to see, where the supply chains are for all the critical minerals that they send out. Obviously, looking, to position and posture for the upcoming negotiations. So this, no shock to me for a couple of reasons. One, you have upcoming negotiations, which they want to strengthen their position in. We're talking about, of course, the APEC summit in South Korea in a couple of weeks, where Donald Trump was scheduled to speak to President Xi. And you also have the, I don't want to call it insulting nature of the export ban, but basically, you're telling the Chinese, look, you can't buy our best chips, but here, we'll give you something far less superior. You can buy that. That's good enough for you right there. It's insulting, right? And they're not going to take too well to that, obviously. So, and that's been something that they've been complaining about a lot, and this is not new to us, right? The whole critical minerals thing is not new. The chip ban and the dissuading your Chinese tech companies to buy. Yeah. It's not, none of this is new, right?
So I mean, within all these talks, I don't think anybody ever thought it was going to go this way. Obviously, the market pricing in the best case scenario, and that's not the situation that we're currently sitting in right now. So it's.
But we're positioning. Don't.
Yeah. You think it's a bargaining too? You think
so?
Yeah, absolutely.
But see, yes, I have read about soybeans. I had to. I didn't read about it. I watched about it. It's because this country is exposed to it. Saskatchewan, it killing one of the critical industries of the province of Saskatchewan. Of course, some of the other ones are uranium and potash and stuff like that, but they have a huge soybean industry, and there's huge tariffs on Canadian soy because we had to reciprocate the 100% EV tariffs that were put in under President Biden. So that's where we find ourselves in negotiation. So I do know, yes, sir, to answer your question. Jay Lee, the reality is that most of the world rare mats are located in China, Russia, Africa, but very little production is possible due to infrastructure. So it's difficult to find good, and then it cut off. Well, I was looking at an infographic on CNBC this morning on Squawk Box. God bless Becky Quick. It was like a shaded map. The darker areas have the majority of the critical mineral, and the lighter, it was green. And the lighter green areas were where there was some, but it was super little. China was basically black. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, they got a lot of it, Joey, and that's just the position we find ourselves in. And I started out the session saying there is no AI build out without critical minerals. It just doesn't work. So we got to either find our own, or we got to strike a deal with the Chinese.
Yeah. So here we go, Sharif. Let's see what we got. We got it right here for you there, my boy. Let's see what we got going on. So, I mean, I don't know what this is. Key policy critical minerals for the energy transportation.
This Blue Arrow's blaming us for the market dropping. Come on, Blue Arrow.
Who's doing that?
He's like, look, Sharif and Joey, they're not allowed to do the morning show anymore. They crushed the market.
Is that
the one right there, Joe? There it is. Oh, no. What is being regulated?
Regulated.
No,
that's not what we want there. Yeah, where critical minerals are being regulated. Key policies.
How's MP doing, bro?
For the energy
MP still popping off 14% on MP. Oh, baby. Yeah, this is definitely a counter trend trade today. Well, I wonder why USAR, MP, quadruple U or triple U, whichever one. Lithium Americas, Obi was all over that. Obi, you were in LAC for a little bit, weren't you? For a little bit. Yep. That was choppier than the rest of them, Obe says. Yeah, well, it doesn't look like too choppy here, to be quite honest with you, Obe. On MP, it looks like just a bull flag holding VWAP on the 5.
There's a different one here, Sharif.
Go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Is that the one right there? Canada doesn't have as much as China.
No, look at the list.
As much as I want to believe we do, we don't.
No,
right?
we don't. So it's just not the case whatsoever. So. Yeah, did you ask me what I had going on here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, let's figure that out. Let me get some of these tabs off of my hand here. I mean, we messed up. I meant to take just a little bit off, and I punched all of it out once again on today's session and missed that little bit of a move lower. But we were short Ethereum, just trying to sell the top end of the range. Start really small just in case I want to break down. You get that liquidity grab, and I posted up at 31s with the majority of my size. And then sure enough, you're just continuously bleeding here on the day. So we can't complain, man. It's been a pretty good session so far. Let's see, our one red name is on CoreWeave, right? So CoreWeave is what we took a loss on here earlier in the session. Other than that, we've traded 4 names. We're 3 for 4 on the names. So yeah, we won't complain. NVDA obviously to the top side. Look at this here. Again, so essentially what's been going on, as you collect data, mental data, whatever it may be, this is a big mistake on my behalf. Why? Because when I seen the overall market really start to get aggressive how it was, what happened is I wanted to catch a fill here and I wasn't. So I got frustrated and then eventually I did, but that's 40 cents from my entry. But with that volume starting to really kick in, I'm like, hey, you have to hold on to this a little bit longer. And we would have been able to partake in the whole move to the downside just due to the sizing. But other than that, the long up here was really nice. This was our final out. You squeeze up here. Consolidation. I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good. That 195 call wall is going to come into play. We're going to get that move back into the volume weighted average price. And then it was bang. Hold on there. Yeah, there we go. It was like, boom, straight to the downside in the continuation. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to chase it. But when you guys see the volume and the volatility kick in like that, if you catch it really quick, if you can hold your horses, start really small, and then just diamond hands it, the chances are of you getting an extended move are there. I mean, NVDA is down 2.5% or 5.5%, right? So if we go to the actual underlying, ooh, what do you?
Sorry.
It's all right, man. Like here we are. So NVDA being down 2.7%, and I mean, who knows what's going to come on Monday? You tap into 195. I talked about those call walls, even leading into the earnings report. We've seen this before on multiple occasions, but Sharif.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God! Give me the light bulb moment here.
I don't have that.
You don't have that? All right, there it is.
Put me on the spot.
You put me on. That's all right.
I got this guy though.
Well, I mean, we'll take it. It wasn't the light bulb moment I was looking for, but we'll put that one there. No, but in all seriousness, I think that this selling is pretty good. Leading into earnings season.
Yeah.
I think,
right? So you can stock up, and we know the Mag 7 likely to report decent earnings.
If they're coming, if these cloud providers come in and they're starting to beat expectations, like if they're beating cloud growth, etc., whatever's going on with this tariff news might be irrelevant.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm talking up my own book.
Yeah.
Just call a spade a spade. My mom, Dukes, I told you about the issue with the iPhone, how it got taxed at the UPS state.
Yeah.
But basically, we looked again for her, Joey. We want to get her a phone. If you want the iPhone Pro Max 256 or 512, you're waiting till November 10th.
Did you guys order it?
No.
Why?
She doesn't want to get it sent through UPS again because of what happened. So she wants to pick it up in store, and then they don't have that option because of the backlog. Yeah, so we're going to have to continue waiting. So we'll see exactly what happens.
So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm getting at. I think this selling might be relatively healthy leading into the earnings season. I mean, when do the banks are starting next week, aren't they, Adair? Into like mid-October, right? So I mean, yeah, let's get rocking and rolling. Speaking of the banks, let's take a look at JPM. Wow. So I talked to you guys about the first options contracts that I've ever bought. It was Occidental Petroleum, JPM, and Amazon.
Okay.
Right? And ask me how I did on them.
How'd you do, Joey?
Horrible.
My bad.
But it's usually how it tends to be on your first contract. But I'm talking about I was buying $100 calls in JPM. It was insane back then, yeah. And I mean, big moves. This was it was definitely down even more. But look at this move. Look how far we have to go back now. $200 from those April lows.
Oh my
Bang.
God.
48% in a bank stock.
Yeah.
In a bank stock. And what I'm hearing from some of these analysts, Sharif, is that the fact leading into this earnings, there's some quiet movement onto the blockchain. So you might see some efficiency improvements in the likes of Citi. Our guy, Wapner, there was calls on Citi. I'm like, that's
Are they
great.
talking about blockchaining Citi?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he's like, calls
it.
on Citi. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's really interesting. Yeah, the efficiency in these companies is apparently going to be going through the roof in the next couple quarters.
Remember I told you about the compound episode with Tom Lee?
Yeah.
He was the one that was jokingly, but kind of not, calling JP Morgan a possible growth stock, right?
Exactly.
Which is kind of comical because JP Morgan is JP Morgan. It's not a growth stock, but it could possibly be. Let's have a look over here. The super, I will put it. Do you have the Fabian's thing up? Can you throw it up?
Yeah.
It's up.
Oh,
thank
there
you,
it is.
Assassino. Thomas Kondo. I like that. 199. Thank you. Can someone explain how BBAI went down 18%, down one to down one? Oh, 18% to down 1%. Okay, yes. Well, the market sold off, brother. That's what it is. BBAI, it marches to the beat of the market's drum, right? And we saw that vis-a-vis the reaction to Donald Trump's tariffs. Look, there doesn't actually have to be any direct correlation with the restriction on critical earth with BBAI. It could just sell off because the market's selling off, and that's what basically happens at that time. But again, there's a little bit of a connection here with AI, obviously, and critical minerals. I think it's quite a distant one. I would say, my opinion, is it just reacted to the market negative market sentiment and sold off. And that's why I kind of don't like to trade the ones that are not strictly small cap gappers, because they tend to react to these market moves. And I'm trying to distance myself from the market by trading small cap gappers who are, for the most part, marching to the beat of their own drum, albeit sometimes very risky and dangerous to trade, but nonetheless, typically don't follow market trends. And Big Bear AI is not a small cap gapper. It's $2.75 billion, which doesn't really meet the requirements there. So I also told someone I'd look at Open for them, and he was asking about the technicals on Open. So let's go ahead and have a look here. Where are we at on the daily? We're still holding up, man. You know, you definitely don't like the lower highs, but that's what, you know, bull flags look like sometimes, you know. So I don't think this is bad still. You're not retracing. You haven't even gotten to the 50, let alone the 200. You're holding key technical levels. For example, that 657 was double bottomed right there on the 23rd and the 24th. What I'd be looking for, it looks like it's a series of lower highs. I'd be looking for a decisive break of the lower highs on a closing basis, not an intraday basis, and a continuation up. You're getting a sort of a compression pattern on the daily where you have higher lows and lower highs. I still like Open over here. I'm not standing in front of it. I've seen what happened to people who do during the meme craze. And you never know, man. They might have something here. I've been following the CEO on X. He's Canadian. Shout out to him, Naz Kajatian, I think his name is. And he's interesting. He's coming up with...
It was the opposite, Kaz Najatian. You were so close.
Thank you, Nadera. Yeah, and he's coming up with some interesting ideas. So he'll like give people a time to test out the house. So you know they're flipping houses and selling it back to people. I'm not saying this is market moving stuff, but the guy's clearly thinking outside the box. Test your house for 10 days, test your house for 15 days, customer satisfaction guaranteed. Just show up with your receipt, we'll return it.
Bro, can I be honest with you right now?
Go.
I honestly had no idea what you were talking about because I was clear to something. Yeah, I have no idea.
That's all good, bro. If you're concentrating,
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I have no idea.
All good, brother. All good.
Yeah, I have no idea. I apologize, man. We need RizBot. Yeah.
No, look. So look, it's a meme stock, man. Let's just cut the crap.
Okay, you think it's a meme stock?
Yeah.
It's got meme action.
They could do something that may move the needle. I'm not putting it past them, but right now. Right now, you're asking about fundamentals.
Yeah.
The fundamentals aren't there, okay? The Gen Z is broke. The millennials are broke. For now. Underline that they don't got the money to buy houses. That's
but see, the thing is, though, the Gen Zers are going to be spending their money on Labubus and like vintage cars and ridiculous cars and stuff like that, which is absolutely insane.
Oh man.
I mean, like again, I would never be the. I don't know. I don't want to. Hey, listen, if that's your style, that's your style.
Bro.
My little brother.
I could take a lottery ticket on this. I have no problem with that.
With the open door.
I could absolutely smash a few hundred shares.
Just to see where it goes.
So I lose a few $100.
Put $1,000 into it, and you know what? If it 10x, then you're good. I mean, it's my little brother's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
he's a Libra too.
Yeah, and he's he's in that world, right? Like he thinks he's this like fashionista. He's coming in with the parachute pants, and he's a handsome fellow, like 6'2", really good. Yeah, he's a handsome fellow, that's for sure. And he's like, yeah, you don't know fashion, Joe. I'm like, you have no idea about anything in
Joey
life.
Fashion, baby. You don't even know what they say about me at work.
Yeah, exactly. Let me take you to the Mars. No, but he's a happy birthday to him. He's obviously not listening. But man, oh man, what a missed opportunity here. And I'm glad that we're playing these fades in the overall market. I don't think there's going to be any opportunities to the long side just yet. LFS, is it going higher?
It's halted.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
I mean, that's small cap world. That's different. That's a different world, right? That's a different parallel. But as for Ethereum, there it is, continuously grinding lower and lower. Greg Moore was saying something in the chat that I wanted to reply to him about, but now I've lost it. Okay, volume concerns, the interest. Okay, Joseph, I wish I could draw this for you, but Q's just broken out a long-term uptrend in place since May for the second time today. Do we recover, or are we due for a flush lower into the close? So far, it popped. I'm going with the flush lower. Look at Ethereum down almost 7%.
Oh no,
7% now. Kill him a kindness, Sri.
And now for some exciting news out of Canada for the sophisticated traders on the stream. Guess what, guys? Beta Pro It's by Global X Canada, and they are Canada's largest provider of leveraged inverse and inverse leverage ETFs, and they've just launched 6 new triple leverage ETFs, and they're offering, guys, 3 times bull as well as 3 times bear exposure to the S&P TSX 60, semiconductors, as well as U.S. Treasuries. And if you want even better, they're offering a special fee rebate, dropping the management fees to just 65 basis points until December 31st, 2025. Plus, the U.S.-focused strategies use currency hedging, offering the potential for pure performance and exposure. So if you're a tactical, sophisticated trader and you're looking to amplify your performance, well, then you need to check out betapro.ca/3 times daily to learn more. I could not have done that with any more fake emphasis. No, joking, of course. All right, guys, here we go. We're watching now CATX at the volume-weighted average price. I'm looking for this one to pop up. It's already crossing 87s. Looking for the continuation. There's the print now on CATX. I'm also seeing SOAR. This one also has weaseled down into the vault. Where the hell is SOAR, bro? FEAM, crap. SOAR, Joey. I think this is on the Amex. I'm right. Yeah, just at VWAP now. So let's see what this one, are we allowed to trade this? Let's go ahead and give this one the old college try. Okay, we did. Okay, so now we're involved on SOAR. I like this area, VWAP. So let's go ahead and add here so we can get an actual position. Now it's not letting me in. Okay, very good. There we go. So now we're going to add into this position. Let's see. Where are we going to stop out? We'll give it to 37. Such a tight stop over here. That won't really be risking all that much. So what price do we have? We have 43, so let's go ahead and post into that 50 penny area. We're gonna look for a VWAP hold on SOAR. Up into 47s it goes, so it is catching a bit of a bid right now. Let's see if it continues into 50 pennies. It's a 1 penny spread right now, so let's continue to watch and see if we can get something on this bad boy. Packing my patience over here. Let's see what else people are talking about. Jay Lee, the OJG Lee's back, baby.
Yeah, I know.
QQQ gonna dump to 98. Get shorts on. Love you, Jay, but you know I don't trade these, the market or the large caps. We're gonna stick to the small caps, but your boy Joey Options could absolutely be about that life. What's that look like, Joey?
Yeah, I'm trying to edit some candles right now. Let's see what we can get going on. I want to put a little short here on, oh no, that's not why it's doing that. Duh, hello.
Okay.
That's why it's on AMD. I was on CoreWeave. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little short here on AMD, nothing substantial. We're gonna go small size, right? We're leading into small. Friday. Right. Yeah, we're just gonna grab a handful just to get our beats, just to get our toes dirty, right? And just, get our fix there, Sharif. Of dopamine.
Life, eh?
Yeah, obviously. You know what hockey is? Hockey is that itch for me, man. I love it. I'm at the happiest.
That's good, bro.
When I'm on the ice, man,
Are you actually though?
I'm the happiest. Yeah,
I like that.
man.
I like
you know what it is though? Full disclosure. So I think I told you guys this story before. So when I was in high school, you're a teenager. So we're talking about I graduated in 2010. So that's 15 years ago. I was in a relationship when it's completely south, and all I really had to keep me satisfied was hockey, and I would play floor hockey every lunchtime. Was on the ball, just to keep your mind occupied.
Well, there you go.
Right?
And
ever since that point, it's just always been that. Even since my grandfather, I think it's just been absolutely phenomenal. I love being on the ice.
I love hearing that, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's my muse at the end of the day.
That's fantastic.
And being around Milo.
A lot of people throw their self into work. At least you threw yourself into something that you get actual help.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, both work and doing something physical, right? We talk about the heartbreak. Kids get into the gym. That's I think we're allowed to do. Bang, short there on AMD. Adair, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I want to talk here about WBD. Not much of a move on this, but worth noting. Deadline is reporting that Goldman Sachs is valuing WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery Studios, and streaming units as more than $30 per share, currently trading around $17.50. Now, here's where things get interesting. Larry Ellison of Oracle fame is reportedly in discussions with Apollo and other private equity investors to join a potential $6 billion offer. Now, why is this significant? Because Larry Ellison's son, David Ellison, is from Paramount Skydance, and they were reportedly considering an offer here for WBD. This isn't really moving too much, but I think it's an interesting story to keep an eye on. PSKY, for what it's worth, Paramount Skydance, continuing to push lower on the day. Back to you.
All right, LFS is going to halt down as quickly as it was halted up and printed a new high day through 573. That's why these ones in that haven't cleared the pre-market high are just on my crap list. And let's look at this one a little bit more, because this one had everybody getting all pumped up. Look at that aftermarket high from 909, a pre-market high of 850 on freaking volume, man. There was plenty of volume happening at those times. Look at this print here in the pre-market with 325,000 shares. That was more than it did basically all day today in regular trading hours. So there was plenty of possible bag holders up here, and then this one makes it retraces above VWAP, breaks through 573 high, halt initially at 5 1/3, and then all hell broke loose, now down below 5 in the 480s. Look, if it holds a 10 EMA on the 5, which is showing 4 2/3, 4.5, we'll see. But these ones, man, crazy. So anyway, not involved with it, but definitely was looking at it. So we'll have we'll keep tabs on that. All right, let's see what the ones that we got on at the moment. We got SOAR here at 43, showing 48. Got the print there, looking for continuation on SOAR, possibly into that 2.5 and change. GWH, this one just. I don't think this is tradable right now. As a long anyway, it does look like it's going back down into 4. False break through the 10 EMA, wicks into 450, boom, right back down. So yeah, gesture that I can't do on YouTube to that. Okay, CATX, we got this one at the volume weighted average price, much in the same reason that we're in at SOAR. We're in on CATX for a VWAP retracement, a couple of beak wetters, still waiting for 88, looking for continuation, man, into 5 or something. That's where we topped out last time. We did reject 5, so let's see if we can get a bit of a better trade this time, Joey, on SOA or CATX.
Yeah, that's a good idea there, Mike P. I'm gonna go get a tea here momentarily.
Oh, it's Friday, baby.
Going on, yeah, tea.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job.
It's Friday.
You ain't got to do.
Oh, here, let me. Look what Remy did. Look.
What is that thing?
But look what she did. Look at this. Come on.
It's a Toronto gal now.
Yeah,
she's a pure Toronto
What are we
gal
doing here?
now.
Can we see it? Look at the eyelashes.
Got the eyelashes.
Thing,
now
man.
she's pure Toronto gal.
Hold on.
What's the female version of Toronto Man's, Ram Ram?
I don't want it. We got too much stuff over here, Ram Ram. This is borderline hoard. We're gonna be on hoarders next after this. We look at all this stuff over here,
why
man.
is that thing here, man?
Why do we have all of it? The only thing I can justify exactly.
Here, bro.
That's the only thing I can legitimately justify.
I don't know why.
I don't even know what this is.
These ones were goggles.
What god is this?
Right? You know, like this.
Ramin, what god is this? The cow.
Oh.
Tread
carefully with that.
Why? But that's what it is though. The animals are God. I'm not
canceled, Joe.
Oh, well, I'm not saying anything in a bad malicious way. I know, but we got to tread carefully, tread lightly. But yeah, as Mike P was right, there we go. We caught that. We got that move to the downside there, 50 cents, as quick as you'd like there, Sharif, on AMD, looking for those move down.
Yes,
yeah, go Blue Jays. Dennis Sport videos. Let's see what everyone. Joey, give me a shout out. It's
George.
Tony from Bell. What's up, Tony? Anthony George.
Tony.
It's Tony from Bell. Do I
like that?
From Bell. Do I know you? Give me a shout out.
He's totally trolling you because you told everybody you worked for Bell before.
But I don't know Tony though. Yeah, that's the thing. He's a big time troll. Thanks, man. Thanks for saving me. That's what friends are for. At the end of the day. No, thank you.
Well, maybe it is real. I don't know.
Maybe it is real, but I'm trying to think what Tony do I know and I don't know.
We're trading, Talk. I'm in 2 positions. What do you want from my life, man? We're involved. There's no small caps breaking out right now. Hold on, Joey. There's one that's halted over here. Let's talk about this one. People's hands starting to shake.
Let me go get a tea here.
Yeah, do your thing. IZEA halted to the upside. I have no idea what is going on with this. It was basically doing no volume. It's basically done no volume. 270,000 shares traded on the day, was basically trading below $4, rocketing up, now halted at $4.65. It is up now 19 1/4. Let's take a look on the trading screen to get a gander of what the theoretical auction price is and exactly when this one halted. IZEA. The top showing me 473, guys. So the top is already higher here. So the top's not giving it back that quick. Now, this one did halt at 257.30. So we still got a lot of time. Currently it is taking a quick look, 259 exactly. So we've got a lot of time before this one opens up. The earliest it'll be open is 302.30. So if you're into that kind of trade, keep your eye out on this one. SOAR still holding the volume weighted average price. Nothing doing there. Waiting for a move after above the $0.50. We're sending it to Adara.
I looked into IZEA, and it's really, really barren out here, Sharif. There's one social media mention from today, October 10th, and then there's been like one mention a day other than that. The most recent news story was from August 12th. That was their earnings. So no social media attention for the stock, and I have no news for you either. Back to you.
Adara, yeah, I do see that August 12th earnings report. Yeah, that's not going to cut it for me. And yeah, I'm just seeing stuff on my blotter like short-term bullish event. Like I get those things for my broker. Like if there's a technical setup, it'll put that in the news blotter for me to know. What's the tap on LFS? Power. I like that SSE. No, I didn't know that was available there. Okay. Every day because I'm not here. Nobody's talking to you, Ram. Okay. All right. Love Ram. All right, let's take a look at LFS. Tap is 411, my friend. So we halted at 487, and the tap is now 411. So, yeah, LFS feels like it might be headed back down. We'll see. We shall see. We're going to give you the time for that. The time is going to be a 10-minute halt, at least, if not more. The reason I say that, it halted at 2:54:12, and it is now 3 o'clock. So we've already exceeded 5 minutes. We need the Ramin on this show as well. Ram, the people want Ram. Are you willing to take the mic and tell the people where you were yesterday and where you're going today? The people want to know, Ram. They're asking for specifically for you in the chat. And I know you're a team player.
She lying.
She getting up, Joey?
No.
She's not getting up.
She's ignoring you now like you ain't there.
She put her headphones on?
Yeah. Now, she trying to say that she wasn't at 7-Eleven at 2 a.m. last
She wasn't at 7-Eleven.
Well, at 2 a.m. last night.
Really? What was she doing out there?
Get in trouble.
Who's hating on like 2 a.m. 7-Eleven trips? Who's hating on that?
Adara does not want. Okay, I know that's your thing, Adara.
I never said no one. I never said anything. I just said where she was. I never said it was a bad thing or a good thing.
Go 7-Eleven.
Go Sev. Go Sev. All right, guys, we're having a good time.
All right, let's get out of this.
What happened,
this
Joey?
AMD trade here. We got a little bit of a move, and then
got a bit of a
back
move?
and get a big pop up here. Thanks, Mike P. My boy. Thanks for getting the lemon ginger right here. We're cooking up a storm on the lemon ginger here. You know what? I'm not a big fan of lemon tea. But we're gonna give this a rating right here, all right? So we're going with jamming with Joe here one more time on the the lemon tea, and see we're gonna see what we give. We're honest on the ratings, right? So we're gonna say one sip. That's all it takes. One sip.
Fall in love with me. Possibility.
Oh man, imagine Trader TV Live. We got to do a club night.
Oh, you're coming, Ram? You're not gonna go on the mic?
Come say hi. Yeah, you do.
We want to know where you were yesterday. How come you didn't change? How come you just came directly from wherever you were? You did. You said you didn't go to sleep.
Ram says we don't give her enough of the gossip.
Where's the mic? She'd be yelling at us right now if we didn't get the mic.
She don't want any. She's like, you guys don't gossip with me.
She called out me and Joe. She's like, you guys don't gossip. You guys are no fun. And then we try to engage her to find out where she's been, and we get crapped on.
She don't want to say.
Right?
Where you at, Ramin?
She just passed me the mic. I don't know why.
She passed Ob the mic. Hey, Ram.
What do you want me to say?
She's coming on, baby.
Not even on. You're on the wrong screen.
See, Andre's on my side.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to turn this on so I can hear it. All right, Ram.
Go ahead, Ram.
Where were you yesterday, Ram? The people want to know, Ram. The people want to know.
I don't know.
You don't know where you were?
No, I don't know.
Oh, you lie. That's how you know she was up to no good.
Okay.
That's it. Say something.
Ask me something, then I'll say something.
Okay, where were you last night?
Oh,
just tell us.
Confidential.
Oh, okay.
So where are you going tonight?
I mean,
Also confidential.
Also confidential.
Who's going?
Proprietary.
Who's going with you?
Not my man.
Not your man. Okay. So you're up to no good. In other words, you're up to no good. Okay. So that's how that's working. So you guys heard it here. We didn't make it.
Why don't we do more of this? I said, yeah, like, why don't we do more of this? That's pretty Why don't we do more of this?
Oh my God.
That is phenomenal.
What are we doing here, bro? What is happening? What is happening? Okay, we're having a good time, but we gotta.
Can you tell us, Friday? Yeah, we got 50 minutes left here. We gotta keep our.
Oh man! All right, all right. Let's have a good time over here. All right, here we go. We're still in SOAR. We're not getting continuation, though, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good time with us. Ozan, you missed an entire Ram segment. So you know what? That's what happens when you leave,
have
brother.
to go back.
Okay, you're gonna have to rewind, Ozan, because she's not coming back, brother. All right, Jacques. Shout out to Jacques, Sharif, Joseph. You guys are really making my Friday. Yeah. We're having a good time, brother. We hope you're having a good time as well. Look, there's not a whole lot moving. The market's tanking. I don't trade the overall market, so I'm going to focus on my small caps. But I know your boy Joey Options has been looking for that look back down. So we're going to keep an eye on what he's trading. Hope you guys have a great week with us today. It looks like we're going to end up red on the week, obviously. But, you know, view everything within the larger context. We definitely needed a nice little pullback, I think, generally, just to even everything out. Shout out to I'm Charlie Kirk. The grown-ups are away, and it did turn into a frat party. Yeah, look, bro, we're having a good time. You know, if you hang out with us during the midday, Charlie, you know exactly how that all works out. So
my grandparents knew not to leave me alone for the weekend.
I had very few privileges growing up.
Yeah.
Because of my life choices in the early stages. I didn't really iron everything out until university. University ended up changing, but prior to that, oh man, I feel bad for my parents. My parents always tell me if I have kids, there's going to be some definite karma payback.
Exactly. That's exactly how it works.
I'm going to stay away from the kids. That's what we're doing there.
Whose phone's ringing?
It's Rams. It's you know that not her husband calling.
Oh,
of course,
it might be
right?
Russ.
So, all right, here we go. We're doing it live right now. GWH. Let's see if this one's got the juice to kind of get back.
What's Obi running right now? Some Battlefield?
The bid is picking back up. Obi is playing a serious game, and there's a lot of buttons being pressed aggressively. Are you able? Oh, put it on the main screen, man, so people can see it.
He's locked in right now.
He's locked in. All right, I'm going long GWH here, guys. We're going to look to work our way through that 4.5. It looks like, you know, maybe the bid is picking back up now that we're in power hour. Let's keep an eye out on this one. We're holding that one. I'm still holding SOAR. I'm still holding CATX because they're holding VWAP. But I want to bring to your attention LFS. This is the one that was halting a lot. It is now moving back into $5. In fact, the ask is around $5.09. So it's reclaimed VWAP. LFS is the ticker. Let me just load that up on the side chart because it's not updating. There we go. It's at 518. I don't know where the halt level is. Where did this candle top out at? 520. 520 area high on LFS as it looks to get back above the volume weighted average price. Definitely going to keep my eye out on this one if it starts catching a bid. But now we're involved in GWH and we're looking for a continuation into the $0.50. I can play the range here. If that's what I need to do, that's what I'll do. We'll pick it up at around the $0.05 of a dollar, and we'll see if it offers us any more opportunities. Let's also take a look at SOAR. We're still waiting at the $0.50 for that. Let's go ahead and post said $0.50. Joey, what do you got on your side, my man?
I'm just still sitting here, man. This is the poor torture. Like, look what's going on with my little boy right here, man. Come on,
oh, dang, man.
See that? Look at him dressed up for Halloween. That's crazy.
You guys got him a costume?
Yeah,
I love it.
I know, not you guys.
Of course, Salida.
Yeah,
of course.
I don't know about you guys, man.
I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Don't worry, bro. You're going to have to split that bill, my guy.
Exactly. Is that a cat? Says Mike P. Don't ever.
Mike P.
All right, let's get short a little bit more AMD
go,
here,
baby.
guys. As we're starting to head a little bit back down, 220 was that area. But guess what? We're going to go small once again here for a crack of that level. And look at the momentum really pick up here. There it is. Bang. You're getting that move. This is a big time chase. So, yeah, was it Milo's costume? It was Lucas Chavez. It was his costume for Halloween. So there it is. We're in at 218.69s. We should post up, but we're going to wait for 218.20s and that lower end to snap just in case it does. I mean, we still have about 40 minutes until the imbalances come up, but there it is. Weakness really kicking in, volume to the downside stepping in most definitely, and Bitcoin's down to 66.43 on IBIT, and I'm loving that right now because I sold my contracts like a couple minutes after that volatility stepped in, and now it's continuously selling. Let's actually pull up those contracts on what I sold. I told you guys my average price, and I want to see what they're worth right now. Sold them for 11 bucks. I had them up for 8.71, so I'm from 11.70 roughly, approximately there. But let's pull this up. I don't have that March. Yep, 1 second, Adara. Sorry, let's take a look here. Give me 30 seconds.
China.
Let's see what those bad boys are worth right now. $9.95.
Oh,
let's go. We can
Joey.
already buy them back $2.50 cheaper.
Okay.
Man, that's how it's done. I left a lot off the table, approximately like 40 to 45%.
Dang.
But hey, we'll take it all day.
Take it.
We're gonna piece some out there on AMD. Adara, what do you got for us?
Get it, Dara.
What I have here is our weekly calendar at TTV Research for next week. And oh my gosh, there are so many earning tickers here. You probably cannot see them all, which is why you should check it out on X at TTV Research. But in addition to the banks, I'll just take you through some of the other tickers reporting next week. Domino's Pizza, ASML, Progressive Insurance, Dollar Tree, United Airlines, TSM, we have American Express, and again, you can find this whole calendar at X at TTV Research. I will let you know, even though, as I reported during the midday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics is going to be releasing CPI on Friday, October 24th. CPI is on here as well on Wednesday, just in case there is some kind of shutdown resolution, but either way, CPI likely to be released on the 24th. That is also included on this post that you can find on X at TTV Research. Back to you.
Oh boy,
Nick, that's a crazy. Yeah, are you excited for that one?
Looking at that, yeah, it got rinsed with this latest down move. Obviously, it's down 3.7%, losing 950, down 944 now. It's about $100 off the high, about $120 off the high.
Pick 'em
it
up.
got into I think 1,050 or around, give or take, in that area. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the way it is, bro. The account's down 5 figures today, and that's just kind of how these kind of days are. But you can't accept the up days and
not partake in the downers.
if you can't partake in the down days, and you don't deserve to be up if you can't deal.
Thanks,
with that.
Brandon.
And that's just the way it is, dude.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot worse. Let me just tell you, a
Have
lot
you?
worse.
What was
when Apple was back down?
Oh,
and I had given basically back from 260 to 165, and then I added at the tariff tantrum low at the same area that I was long. So I'd given back from 260 to 165.
That's painful.
And I'm not going to share how many shares I have, but it's a substantial size. So I've been through way worse.
Yeah, I feel you on
way
that.
worse. So
I feel you on
anyway,
that one for sure.
Yes, sir. David's back.
Whoa. Who's
He's
this
dropping
Anthony
cash.
George guy?
Hold on, Joey.
No, this guy really knows me though, Sharif.
All right, Joey. I mean, what do you want me to do, bro?
Like this guy just literally said my previous workplace.
Oh,
Anthony George.
Oh, it's over then, Joey. He knows who you are.
Where do I
Run when you can.
Tony, man, I'm trying to think of your name.
Yeah,
wow, yeah, Bell, man. Oh, man.
You're
Your
so
name is
annoying.
there. Wow, look at this move here on AMD. Tony, Tony, can you get into contact with some people that we would know, some individuals, because you clearly know who I am, but I just can't put a face to the name. Yes, that's right. So again, you definitely know who I am, Anthony. Tony. Okay, I'm gonna message Nate. I'm gonna be playing hockey with Nate tonight, so I'm gonna talk to him. Tony.
Got it.
Oh man, I wish I could, and I apologize for my ignorance. At the end,
You can't remember, Joey.
Yeah, but he definitely knows me though. So Dave's dumb trade of the day. You've done it, right? You done Dave's dumb trade of the day?
No, I didn't. Let's do it right now because it's options. I was waiting for you.
All right.
So Dave's dumb trade of the day, JPM. Let's read it over here.
Yeah.
JPM 1031 expiry 315 calls. Joey ending 2 days. Ending 2 days slightly up. Thank you, AMD and Hood Puts. Shout out to you, man. I love to hear the fact that you're up. Like I genuinely like other people around me to do well. It creates good vibes. Joey, what do you see for those?
Yeah, let's take a look
JPM.
here. All right. So we got those expiration October 31st. That's going to be Halloween. It falls on a Friday this year. I think so.
Oh,
that's cool.
Cool.
All right. Dave's dumb traded of the day, JPM 1030 expired 315 calls, ending 2 days slightly up. Thank you, AMD and Hood puts. Let's get into those expiration. I mean, the IV's not there. 315, you are out of the water on them there drastically. I don't know when you bought them, but I wouldn't be going long JPM just yet, in my opinion. I think you can be a little bit more patient on that front, especially leading into the earnings. Maybe you would grab a little bit more. I think that's all I can really lean towards with JPM. But as for the options contract, IB not really extended or anything along those lines, so not too bad of a look. But those 315s are a little bit underwater. It's only a matter of time. So if you can roll those over, I would just continuously roll them. At some point, they will be heavily in the money. You just got to pay that difference in between the premium. Obviously, Dave, you know what you're doing. So I wouldn't. You can sell some calls against them as well too. Let's see what you're going to collect. I mean, you're under the water. You can sell the 320s and collect $3.15 by October 31st in 21 days. What? That's insane. Yeah, I would look to do that, man. That's big time. Even go higher. Use your delta metric and go up to these 335s and write those for 4 weeks. If you collect 75% of that premium, I think you're cash carry all day on that one.
Kashkari, I love that. That's sick. The Kashkari. IZEA's reawakening. Let's have a look at this. Breaking out. No, that's ASML. IZEA, excuse me. Come on, bro. There it is. All right, what is this one up to? Okay, let's find out. We have to throw that on, otherwise it doesn't update. Let's take off criminal, IZEA. Here it is. Okay, 480 high. What's the spread look like on this? Is a nice little bull flag. Okay, we have to put this on a trading screen so we can get a better idea of what we're looking at here. There it is. Okay, IZEA. This is the one that broke out and did nothing. And now it's kind of continuing the bull flag. It's not giving up the bid, though. That's the thing. It's not giving up the bid. 480 is the high, but look at that. It's holding trend. Nobody reversed the short. Has it picked up on the volume a little bit? I mean, I think we saw 300,000 last time. Now we're looking at 931,000. So it could be picking up here. It's got a triple top at 480. So clearly there is a seller at 480 that we can't shake. But look at this, higher lows all throughout. Let's get involved. Let's see, we'll start small share size over here. Okay, so it's blocked. All right, let's try again. Yeah, okay, so we don't have permissions for this one because it probably does no volume, so they do block it. We have to have a supervisor unblock it, but none are here at the moment, so we'll have to just comment on this one for you guys. So the way that real trading does, obviously, risk management is if a stock is a dangerous sort of, if they assess it to be dangerous because of the lack of liquidity, then they'll just basically put a block on it until, you know, a supervisor like Neil or Sean or Brendan requests from compliance that they unblock it, and that's just typically how that works. And usually it's done like that, but we don't really need to do that at the moment.
My day.
LFS is also starting to break out again, Joey. It's really accumulating for that 520 breakout. That's a prior halt level, so it's just widespread for something that it's up this big. So I don't know how I feel about this one. If it starts breaking out again, we'll get involved, but I'm just going to pack my patience on LFS, Joey.
Right on. Yeah, Anthony. So I messaged Meeks and I messaged Nate, so they're gonna get back to me there. Maybe I know as soon as I see you, I'm gonna be like, exactly that. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, man.
So cool,
once you see them, yeah, exactly. Tell the boy. Well, I talk to him all the time, but just tell him that you seen me, and then sure enough, we'll coordinate something on that front. Yeah, but he legit knows. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. So shout out. Oh, he's in your neck of the woods there.
Oh, yeah, Midtown.
Yeah, up there.
Well, apparently I don't live in Midtown, but it's okay.
I mean, downtown. No, but guys, fantastic move down here in AMD. You can see we get that move just south of 219. We're still holding on to a little bit here, nothing substantial, but that momentum most definitely kicked. We just expanded the price, so a nice little pop there in AMD 219 all the way down to 216.50s. Hit the multiple dollar club for your boy there, Sharif.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like that. Money. Okay, I'll tell Nate that you'll call him too, and then maybe you can stay at Nate's house as well. So you could just go from Sharif's to Nate's, and then back to
No. You stayed at your house, bro.
No, I like Jose's humor. But no, it's a nice move, right? So we took that first initial move. It bounced off 218.50s. It comes back to 219.50, and then we hop right back in after that 220 rejection, and then we get that momentum really start to kick into the downside. And you can tell by the volume profile that it was the velocity was definitely in that direction. All right, and yeah, guys, I mean, IBIT is now at 66.20. Ether is now at $30, right? So let's pull these up. We're definitely down north of 7% there on Ethereum. I think a little bit lighter, so closer to 3.71 on IBIT, and then Ether getting smoked today, 7 1/3.
Oh no!
Which is a extremely tough look. Tom Lee. Do you think he's buying more? He's gonna, maybe you get an offering from Tom Lee and then he's gonna buy a bunch more.
You think
here.
so?
Maybe, possibly. But I think at this pace,
I mean, of course, the market will react, no question about it. But like, do you hate that? I mean,
Tom Lee's BMNR offering?
No, yeah.
No, I like it actually.
Because he's gonna hoard more. In other words,
right? And then at the end of the day,
to be fair, he said that there was almost no debt in the raising, in the capital raising.
Yeah.
So it was mostly equity. So I think, I don't have the exact numbers. You guys are gonna have to go listen back into the compound or check with AI. Maybe AI already has that data. But he said almost negligible amount of the capital raising was actually debt, was mostly equity. Now that, you may like that.
The reason why, I'll tell you why I like it, right? And it's just simple. We talk about it all the time. So he buys more of this, he hoards more of it. Well, guess what? He's going to stake it. So he's already making $100 million a year just off of the yield itself. That's crazy. So I think if he's just going to continuously buy more, what is that going to do for the yield? Yeah, you may lose a little bit of appreciation in the price, but what happens when it just goes absolutely insane? All it's going to take is like say, hey, JPM, blah, 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 all these guys are doing is official. They're moving everything. The SEC with Project Crypto is officially moving everything over onto the blockchain. It's.
Can I say one thing though? Did you hear about the Australian stock exchange failed experiment?
Yeah, but that was in the early days.
Yeah. Let's just find out exactly what the situation is.
Because I read about that. Remember in that book I was telling you about Bubble or Revolution?
Yes.
The crypto book. That's where I originally read it. But yeah, thanks Ken. Thanks, Tony and Ken, man. Much appreciated, guys. Miss you guys for sure over there at Bell. Some good stuff and good individuals over there. So, Jacques, BMNR could make an offering, buy a ton more ETH, and ETH could tank. Absolutely. By all means. BTC and crypto will really start to go now through 115K. Yeah, it's tanking, man. Let's pull up those options contracts one more time and see what we got going on. With those calls that I was talking about that I sold earlier in the day, oh man, that would have ruined my weekend. Thank you for just getting rid of them. Now $9.70, those March 20th expiration on IBIT. So I can almost get in at exactly what I bought them for, $100 more. That's not small potatoes. So yeah, they continue to sell. IV is slightly up on it as well. Obviously we know that with the selling. But let's actually pull up the underlying asset on this. Excuse me, and see what Bitcoin's doing on the daily, because I think this is going to be really important to know. Yeah, we're at 116 now. Oh my God, yeah. So just like as quick as it's a fact, Jack. As quick as you'd like. I think at this pace, you might be heading into 108. You want to look for that, and if that's going to be the scenario, I mean, by the weekend you can be down in that level and maybe even a little bit south. I'm not saying that's necessarily going to be the situation, but those sounds, everyone from Twitter, I don't know what you're saying. But anyways, yeah, so that could be the situation, but anything south of this, I'm buying up a storm, that's for sure.
So I asked chat about what happened over here. So I said what happened in Australia. So it's like their first try was between 2016 and 2022. They set out to replace their clearing settlement system with a distributed ledger, what they're calling a DLT platform. After years of delays, rising complexity, blowout cost, it was scrapped in November of 2022. like keeping going here. So what's the difference now between then? So from full DLT replacement to pragmatic modernization, that's what they're saying the new blockchain will look like. So ASX abandoned the idea of putting the core equity post-trade stack on DLT. They're moving forward with a mainstream vendor. Okay, so if the Nasdaq shifts to blockchain, will it go better? Short answer, incremental, interoperable DLT has a better shot than a wholesale swap. In the for clearinghouses, DTCC already runs a live DLT settlement platform. Okay, this is getting very technical very quickly, so I think people are going to lose interest in that. But the point is, what I was trying to discern there was whether or not the new attempt to sort of modernize equity markets on the blockchain, was some sort of incremental, advancement in technology that helps from previous occasions. But before we go to Adair, guys, this is the one that we can't trade, but it's breaking out insane. FEAM, I've been keeping an eye on this. Look at this move. Off $6, it's rocketing up into 670. It's up 33%, but it's doing light volume. Can't trade it, but well, we'll mention it to you guys because you guys can. Anyway, big breakout. I'd be looking for a retracement possibly into that 6 1/3 to hold the prior breakout area. Go ahead, Adair.
I just want to bring up Carvana here. Carvana is very much down on the day. It doesn't look like it moved too much lower on this news, but worth noting regardless. CDM Capital posting on X, they've been hearing rumblings of credit issues in the wholesale loan books for CVNA. So CVNA on watch. With that note from CDM Capital, back to you.
All right, we're taking profits here on GWH as it's weaseled its way back into the 40, 30 penny area. FEAM is freaking breaking out, man. Holy cow. Do we have FEAM on here? Like, let me just double check this because it's really going. Is this on the Nasdaq? Yes, it is. It's widespread, about 20 pennies. Look at this breakout. I'm just going to try to see if I can weasel in just one share over here. No, we still get the rejection, so nobody asked for this to get blocked. $7 high now, guys. $7 high on FEAM. Spreads tightening up about 13 pennies. Not as bad as before, but still a little dangerous. So keep your eye out on that one if you like these kind of stocks. Yeah, that's all I'm involved in right now. Joey, I'm in the money nicely on GWH. We're holding a little bit on SOAR, looking for that $0.5 break.
Good look there, guys. All right, so I mean, at this low, guys, Ethereum was down 9%. All right, 9%. It's getting a little bit of a bounce here now. All right, big smile. Hold on, don't post it or anything. Let me read it first. Let me read it first, all right? I have no idea what this guy is saying whatsoever.
So Brian is the voice that whispers in our ear now for the super chats. That's Brian. That's what Brian's referring to at the very least. Brian reads out our super chats and he's lightly British.
Okay, do it. Oh, Fabian's not here. Can we do it? Can we get Brian? Can we get Brian on? Oh, it's not working? Yeah, man, I would love to do that. Man. We should imagine we got a little segment like the lightning round. We get people to call in, and I think that would be absolutely a lot of fun. Just go and ramble on. Yeah, I got to listen to that song now. But no, you know who sings that, Assassino? Who? But I can't hear you. Woohoo, ramble on. Bang. All right, yeah. Let's ramble on a little bit more here and see what we got going on. There's that Ethereum move. You like that track? You like that track, eh, Mike P? I know you like Ramble On, baby. That's a sick track. I'm gonna listen to it on my way home. Let's get back to our AMD noise. What a nice little short here leading into the weekend. Oh yeah, I'm honestly, guys. Honestly, it's such a massive weight off the shoulder. I'm so happy that I'm flat in the swing account right now, considering the selling. As soon as I seen that momentum step in, I just got ill, man. So I'm really happy with that. Harry Low, Trader TV turning to AI wave. Hey, man. Hey, that's the thing about life. It's either keep up or get left behind at the end of the day, right? So you got to stay with the times. And if they're calling for getting involved in AI there, Harry Lou, then, I mean, you have to. So Yeah, that's what we look. But Eduardo was saying something along the lines of Tesla getting back to VWAP today. I don't think I would, every time that I have right now, I would make that bet, because I don't think, and obviously not going against your thesis or anything along those lines, even though I slightly am, not disregarding what you have to say, but I just don't think there's that opportunity in today's session to get back there with only a half an hour left. And that's going to be a big time move in Tesla, all the way from 413 to 426. So, yeah. I'm long Tesla, cheap try, brother. Okay, I mean, by all means, yeah. Do what your playbook tells you. Do your book, and we'll continue to do our thing. But the market is putting in a new low here, Shreve. Let's pull up the Qs and see what we got going on with the percentage metric. I didn't even give the T a rating at this point. We got sidetracked.
You gave it like a 3 or something.
Did I?
Like that.
All right. There it is. So we're down 3% on the day. So I mean, that's a pullback. Is it the start of something a little bit more? With all this frothy talk, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something along the lines of 5 to 6, even maybe 7% before we even start to turn around. But again, we're leading into earnings seasons. These numbers come in, watch out. We could just be back to right where we've started today. So yeah, there's the Qs. We're going to piece a little bit more on AMD as it's about to make a new low of the day as well.
All right, guys. Interesting day. Let's take a look at some of the watch list. This is my proprietary watch list that I have. So typically what I do, I'll just take this opportunity to kind of show you how I organize some of the screens that you may not see a lot on my screen. So I have the markets at the top. I always have all 4 major averages. I want the ES, I want the NQ, the Dow, the Russell. Those are the first 2. Then I want to see what the metals are up to. The gold, the silvers, they're in play lately. So I want to see what's up and about with them. And then I always have the US and the CAD. Right there, the Canadian dollar, of course. I want to see exactly how much I'm losing every day on my money. And I'm exaggerating for effect. CL, of course, I got oil. Oil's getting killed, Joey. It's down below $60 a barrel, man.
Yeah, man.
440. Oil is down bigly. Then I got the yields, boys and girls. I got the 10-year, the 2-year, the 5, and the 30. I don't have the 20 on there. I don't know why IB gives me trouble with the 20, but I can't figure out how to get the 20 on there. If anybody in the chat knows how to get, and I don't want the TLT, I want the actual yield, guys. So, and then I got the tick, plus or minus, the variables here, the NYSE one. So if there are more advancers than decliners, I'll get a positive number. If not, then it'll be a negative number. Then I got my small cap gappers. So these are the ones that are making moves on the day, and I just put them there. These will change every day. Those are my daily movers. Then, of course, I'm looking at big tech. Now, I include some non-Mag 7 names like Uber, Netflix are on there, obviously not Mag 7, but the soft one, Meta, Apple, Google, both Google's on there, Amazon and Tesla. Then I keep NVIDIA with the semiconductors, but as you can see, it's super close to Tesla and the Mag 7, which is right above it. And then I have a big semis list, a decent one at that. And I keep everything the same. The analog producers, the DRAM, the fabs, the designers, everything. Everything falls under one heading, semis and what's it called? Microchips. Hangry wife. Why does Google have 2 stocks? I don't know, brother. Google and Google. You know that there's one that's well, it's like B and C or something like that.
Yeah, Class A. I think it's a Class A and
different class of shares.
Yeah.
One has what? A dividend?
No, voting rights.
One has voting, one doesn't. And then EVs. I've got a light EV list. You know, it used to be a lot more, then a lot of them became penny stocks, so they've really lost their luster. I kind of throw F-Cell and Nikola and stuff with EVs. Then I've got my ADRs, and ADRs are getting crushed. Baba's down 9%, Neo's down 10.5%, XPEV down 9%. So I keep all my ADRs there. I don't separate them by sector. Just keep all of them all in one area. And then we got crypto, BTC, ETH, Solana, and then some other equities there. We got Coinbase, MSTR, Mara, all the different miners, and some of the ETFs. I sort of blend those in all with crypto. Then this is new for me, military and defense. Let's cut the crap, okay? The world is rearming and belligerencies are picking up, okay? So I need to know what these guys are doing, and I'm keeping an eye now on military. You include your Palantirs, your Lockheeds, your Raytheons, and a bunch of others. You guys can screenshot this if you like. Memes, I just keep that on there because of the show. I got to know what AMC, GameStop, VinFast, Chewy, Carvana. I know Carvana is not a meme stock, but I throw them in there just for the show. Cybersecurity also, I've got that one. I kind of overlap that a little bit with cloud. You got the Pandubs, the CrowdStrikes, the Zscalers, the Net, Fortnite, as well as some others. Then fintech. Fintech and DeFi, I've got a plethora of different names on there, from your Hoods, your Oktas, your C Limited, PayPal, Upstart, Joey, SoFi is on there as well, of course. Then the weed. Marijuana, we gotta show marijuana some love, man. Even though it's getting crushed today, look at the ETF, down 10 1/3. The leverage ETF's down 20%. MSOX, weed getting crushed. Then it got
Canopy down 15.
Tilray's down 16, 17%. Joey, Tilray's getting
Those guys
killed.
are doing the down.
Kills. And then I got biotechs on there. You know, you throw in your different plays, social media, battery plays, solars on there, aviation, like your Jobies, your Archer Aviation. And then I got a value chart. So I got energy, airlines on a different tab. So I don't typically keep my eye on energy or airlines or cruise lines, banking. I got consumer defensive. You got uranium, nat gas, mining, infrastructure plays like D and CAT. So I have a proprietary watch list, and then I have an entire watch list just for sector ETFs, Joey. All of them are different sector ETFs, and then I got index ETFs. Then I have a range of equal weighted ETFs and commodity ETFs, as well as currency ETFs. So I like to keep my eye on the different sectors. That way you can see if there is any outside or any sector that's outperforming or underperforming on the day. Just look at the ETF there. So that's kind of how I keep my watch list organized. It's something that I've, amassed over the amount of time that I've been trading, and you just add stuff to it. As you get more in account or more companies, you just add them on.
Exactly. All right, critical.
I thought I'd share that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's fantastic. Why wouldn't you want to? Critical alt escape. Assassino, we're gonna go to Adara whenever you're ready, and then bring that back up. All right, but let's just do it right now. Oi, lad, I'm British, mate. Wagmate Core Bimley. One mate. I don't know, man. I don't know. That was
Blimey, bro. Blimey. That's British, man.
What is blimey?
Blimey. It's like not good.
Oh, damn. Limmy.
No, blimey.
I know. I tried to.
Get him in.
I'm just sorry, I'm just making that face. I'm shocked that Joe didn't know blimey. But let's talk here about the market, because the market is pushing lower. And there is one catalyst I want to mention in case this is the reason for the move. Sharif did mention belligerencies. We know that there was this peace deal ostensibly, I guess, created here in the Middle East. Now we have a statement coming out. Hamas saying that it rejects any foreign guardianship and that the governance of Gaza is purely an internal Palestinian matter. We get that as we get a new low in the Nasdaq. Again, unclear if these are related, but I think worth letting you guys know regardless. Back to you.
Yeah, Joey, what do you got, brother?
Oh, wow. Okay, we got some great stuff here. So my friends over at Bell are like, hey, Joey, I've been investing for a long time. What do you think of Hive Technologies? What do we know of Hive? Yeah, let's take a look at it right now. Anything for you guys, my friend.
Hey.
Let's take our Assassino chart, please. Hive Digital. Yeah, it was actually at one point we were doing an ad for them on our show. There we go. We're all out of AMD as the market is taking an additional leg lower. What a big time short from 218 all the way to 215. So we like that one. But as for my friends over here,
yes, sir,
in the southern part, let's take a look at Hive Digital. Oh, it doesn't want to load here for us. Let's see if we can get it on another one. Hive. There we go. All right. I mean, it is getting smoked with the rest of the market. These guys are stacking Bitcoin as well, too, no, Sharif?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I mean, I like that aspect. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to pull up. No, it's not getting it here. I'm going to try it one more time and see if we can find something. I don't know why it doesn't want to load up on this. Can we get Hive up on here? Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, the NQ, yeah, bang. There it is. This isn't the best chart, but we'll take a look at it. Oh, what do you mean? I never knew it was doing this. This is fantastic. I don't know how long you've been involved with it, but obviously
it's been breaking out. It's been
big time.
Clean Spark has been good too.
They've
both been good.
Both of them have been. I mean, this has been looking phenomenal, right, from those April lows. But if you zoom out a little bit, IPO at $5. I don't know how much more. But no, that's not the IPO. That's just another time. I don't know what your average price is or anything along those lines, Anthony. But this price action is really good. And if you have any opportunities to get involved with a name and you've been in it for a while, and you see it kind of basing out and holding the levels like this. And then also what we'll say about this, Tony, is that just look at the volume really start to pick up as we're starting to appreciate in price. So that's a genuine move. We like that a lot. We won't complain about it, especially, I mean, it's the new narrative. A lot of companies are starting to hoard Bitcoin, and I think we're going to see that for the foreseeable future. We don't have the halving cycle until 2028. Who knows what the price of this can be at that point? But Hive, like the rest of the market, is most definitely selling off today.
Yeah, well said, Joey. I want to show CleanSpark because you were showing Hive, and rightfully so, because that's a great looking chart. But here's CLSK. And you know, look, we're not clearing this area, and this was a very, very prolonged area of consolidation. That was from basically January of 2024 till we flat bottom broke there in end of July, early August of 2024. And here we are right back at those levels. Now, we did approach those levels momentarily in November, right, when the election came in. But look, we didn't spend any time there. And that's important to me, how long we spend in any one area. Because if we just pop up and retrace, well, then you'll know, right? It was a trade or the market was correcting what it saw as a wrong. But if you're hanging out in an area, that means there's an accumulation or a distribution zone happening, really depending on what preceded that price action. So I'd love to be able to hang out in this area over here. And this area, to me, is between, you know, 16, 17, all the way up into the low 20s, high teens. Generally, this area over here, right? So if we hang out in this area, I would definitely be looking for maybe another range trade similar to what we got over here, and to pick it up around 15, pick it up 16, eventually for a top break through 20 and maybe even better. And look how good CleanSpark was doing today before all hell broke loose. It was taking out some levels, man. It got into $22.12. This is a chart on CLSK. Let's look at the intraday. So yeah, we did gap up. We were doing decent. Then all of a sudden, you know, we get down, we get down below the volume weighted average price. And then Donald tanks the market. Shout out to President Trump. Oh, look, he's got to do what he's got to do. But yeah, that's, to me, a possible opportunity to buy, right? I don't think this has a lot to do with the critical minerals AI trade. Obviously, they use GPUs to mine, which we know, but they're not of the same ilk. So yeah, CleanSpark's a good buy. And you know, I got rinsed on Mara. Well, actually, I didn't even get rinsed on Mara. I waited until it popped back up and I broke even. Maybe a 30 penny, 40 penny loss.
That's all right.
Something like that.
That's break even.
But the point is, I don't mind weaseling back into a miner. Like, I don't feel the miners have been the best plays, but when you got a setup like this, you know, it's
Hive isn't
speaks
a
for itself.
Hive isn't a miner.
No, they're not a miner. But CleanSpark, I believe it. Let me just double check.
I know you got the riots.
And mining, Hive, let's check Hive. Is Hive a miner? Blockchain intelligent infrastructure powered by green energy companies engaged in digital asset mining and AI computing.
Okay, so they're miners. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right,
CleanSpark is a miner.
I mean, look at Hive in the past little while and CleanSpark compared to some of the Maras and the riots. And
well, certainly, dude. I mean, Mara's. Well, I saw Mara doing a little bit better lately, but yeah, it's still Mara's hot garbage. Yeah, I mean, I dislike Mara greatly. Shout out to BPI. Shout out to Big Patty.
Yeah, what's he doing? Did he short this stuff yet? But I mean, look at the pop and Hive.
He said he's going to come visit once we're done the entire setup.
Anytime,
he'll be the first one.
That guy's going to be. He's already shredded, but he's going to be even more.
Well, you know, he's kind of like in this world now with the whole film production company he's got, right? So he probably wants to come take a look at what's going on over here.
Yeah, Hive not too bad of a look. Yeah, I mean, there we go. We're getting a little bit of a bounce now. We took that additional leg lower. What a short this has been on the market. 196 all the way down to 185 on NVDA. We have 234 to around 213 on AMD. Oh. A big time move there. The Qs, again, same thing from, wow.
What happened, Joey?
612 to 590 on the Qs, man. Man, oh man. Like, this is the tough thing about investing. Let's pull this up here. Mine is really laggy here today, Sharif. I don't know why we can't get anything to load up for us.
You want me to load it?
Well,
what do you need?
I was going to pull up the Qs just to see how many days we've essentially engulfed of climbing up. Let's pull it up.
I got it right here.
Yeah, all right, bang. I mean, like that's probably 3 weeks of trading, right? Like that's.
I mean, what else are you guys looking for? What else are we looking for here, man? I mean, okay, the market has to correct. This is all right. These are the November. This is the
the bottom at the end of 2022, and then we know what 2023 like, we know what 2024 looks like. The Qs, Joey, since the bottom at 2022 is up 136%.
From
the bottom in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just taking it from January 1st, 23. Like you could take it from November, you could take it from October. We bottomed out at those times.
Yep.
Right? So it's up big. I mean, what else do you guys want? Right? We're gonna have these days. We're gonna have these days.
Man, what was the Qs worth? And can you go back to 2010?
Yes, of course I can.
Yeah, let's go to 2010.
weekly,
Yeah,
right?
let's go and see what this thing.
Why
is
do you
worth
want to do that to
Because
yourself,
that's when
Joey?
that's what you gotta do, right?
Holy cow! We're 2010. We're trading at $34, $600. Yeah, look, and this is what the Katina Man and Brendo have been saying for a long time, right? Buy the indexes. It goes one way. Just look at that weekly. It goes one way, all right? You may have to deal with these intervening periods, but generally it goes one way. Now, a lot of people talking about the roaring 20s, this, that, and the other, trying to juxtapose this to the actual roaring 20s of the 20th century. We'll have to see if it ends up being the same thing. But look, man, this AI tailwind is no joke. I think it's super accretive, right?
Yeah, it's structural change, right? Like it's big time structural change. You gotta fix the old posture.
Is it a boating thing actually, Mike PD Ryder, for real? This is not normal, dude. I just showed you 15 years, brother. I mean, what isn't normal about what I'm showing you? I'm showing you 15 years. You want to go back to the GFC? Let's go back to the GFC. We'll do it live.
Do it live.
It's right here. The GFC is right there.
In 08.
All right. Where are we up from the GFC, Joey?
2000.
We're up? Okay. Take your pick. Take your pick, right? So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. You're up 2,200%.
Yeah.
And this is almost 2 decades of data right there. So the market is what the market is.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna have pullbacks, but
that's kind of my objectives here.
Yeah.
That's my kind of objective there. With as soon as I see an IBIT IPO, I don't know if I should compare it, but I'm kind of looking at it in that type of aspect. So. Yeah, all right, guys, thank you, Steph. Yeah, we got it. So essentially what I wanted to look at here is that it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, we'll call it 17 trading sessions. So 3 weeks of trading sessions essentially from this point, just boop, gone. That's how it does. You take the stairs up and you don't even take the elevator or the escalator down, you just jump out the window and sure enough.
Yeah, Brendo told me, thank you.
I heard you were doing it.
You're not doing the recap, Ramram? Or is this your way of just coming on the camera?
Look at the malicious intent.
Yeah, malicious, bro. And the way she walks away is the same way that Adara shuts the door, bro.
You know what I mean?
Crazy right there.
Make me crazy.
I know the market tanked. I did see Ramram today. That's the reason. All right. What rise must fall. Market always goes up. Foolish statement. Well, brother, I mean, it doesn't always go up, as you see what's happening now. But if you're buying the indexes, not specific names, I just gave you almost 20 years, a little bit less than 20 years, about 18 years worth of data, brother.
You can't convince people.
I don't care. I'm just responding, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Whether he gets convinced or not is not the point. But
some people will just always have that opposing view.
Look, if you're in individual names, no.
Absolutely.
You're going to get retracements and it may never return.
Exactly.
But if you're buying the indexes, I just showed you what the index looks like over 20 years.
And let's tell them why. Let's tell them why. Well, think about it. The market, what happens with the S&P is that they filter out the bad names. So you keep the best 500 publicly traded.
Exactly. Does the same thing.
You keep the best publicly traded companies in there. If you suck, you're booted. That's it. See you later at the end of the day. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it's going, guys. We got 14
Alexander wants us to look at Bull, Joey. Let's take a look at Bull. We know Katina Man has weaseled into that. Oh, excuse me. I think I just grabbed my scanner. Let's put the scanner back. There we go. Assassino, we're good to go. Let's look at Bull. Oh boy. Yeah, that's real, guys. That is real. That is not a false wig. Bull sucks.
Yeah.
All right, no, I don't. Yeah, this is just basically free money if you're shorting these names. Hey, look, it's dropping. It's any retracement off the 10 on the 5. Of course, it's her doing that. Of course, it's her. She's so sinister, bro.
Man.
And like, Unbelievable, Ram.
Where are you and the friends going tonight, Ram?
Yeah, Ram. Where are you and the girls going tonight? Oh!
Yo!
Oh, did you hear that, Adara?
This is insane.
Adara, did you hear that?
At this point, I think she's just rage baiting, and I kind of love it. She's loving it. She's laughing. Get it, Ramin?
But who's raging?
Well,
We're
just confusion.
this.
I think she's just confusion baiting, if anything, then. Because she's laughing and having a great
what
time.
baiting?
Confusion baiting. There's some kind of baiting that is occurring, and she knows it, and we all know it, and it's a vibe.
Okay, so somebody can't play along. All right, Adara's not getting involved in that anymore. All right, so Ram, tell us where you're going, girl. We want to know. You can't leave us the entire weekend without knowing. Ram, come on. We're listening to you in the ear. Let's go.
Yeah, you're not going to say anything, man. You're going to keep it on the list. Listen, people don't forget. Okay, you want to talk to? Tell me what you got going on.
IZEA, it wants to take out the top, guys. I see a bull flag, and here we go. We're showing the new high of day right now on IZEA. Seller at 85, but it feels like this one's picking up a little bit, maybe into the close. Watch for that $5 break, especially if that seller at 85 gets taken out. I'm watching IZEA, Joey.
Oh, wow. Ram, you see what I put in the chat there? Don't think people forget. People don't forget.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is insane. All right, guys. Yeah, all right. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Let's get some of these early imbalances going. No problem. Anything for you. Where's my guy, Obi? He's not here currently at this moment. So let's get this size rocking and rolling here, Sharif.
Yeah,
let's see. We've got Neo hot to the sell side. 2 million to the sell side there, guys. We got NU to the sell side. All right, well, we'll take that one. Archer as well, too, 941K. PD, GME with half a million there. Nothing else substantially just yet, guys.
Sell side?
Archer, sell side.
Oh, boy.
941.
Oh, boy. I'm not involved in that one, but I can only imagine Joby. Obviously, he's probably sell side as well, that piece of crap. Here's the NYSE at Ram imbalances. We are getting a preliminary imbalance here on NEO. They're mostly sell side imbalances, as you may imagine. But NU buy side imbalance for $1.5 million. GameStop's got buy side imbalance for a little bit more than $500,000. I'm just trying to look for some names that we may know. HIMS a sell side imbalance for about $500,000. You're also getting a buy side imbalance here for QBTS, at least initially. 445,000. We'll wait a few more minutes until we get the actual imbalances after 350. So we'll keep a look at that. I'm still holding a position here on SOAR. We were in at 43. It's doing basically nothing. So let's take some profits over here. Let's see if it can pop up above the $0.50. I've been packing my patience on that one. We're in right at the lows, so it really hasn't forced me out. And that's it, Joey. Tell them what you're thinking here for the last 10 minutes.
INTC starting to pick up Intel with,
there we go now. Now we got
there. Yeah, there you go. So you get INTC Intel with a 2.1 million sell, and then we got Neo.
That you can't read.
Oh yeah, no, it's Ram. Oh my God, it is. Yeah. So there it is. Yeah, can you zoom in here for me, please, Rami? That's it. You know when I'm stern and I'll say your full name. Can you please zoom in?
She's not.
It's Assassino trolling now. Okay, guys, no, seriously. Let's pull this. Zoom in on my screen, please, and thank you. In this specific area. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, Assassino. All right, so we got 2.2 million to the sell there on INTC. Neo, 2 million, and then BAC as well, too, there, Sharif, with about 1.6 million. NVDA with about 940,000 to the sell. So it's just sell. The only buys that we got going on is BAC, NU. Oh, NU might be pretty good. These NY names.
Well, yeah, that was a buy side imbalance.
Yeah, that's a buy side. Yeah. So we're gonna take a look at
still a buy side, Joey. $1.5 million.
All right. We're gonna wait for those. These are the early. We're gonna wait for the late ones there. So let's see if that starts to pick up. But we might get involved in a little bit of NU here to close out the day, Sharif.
All right, guys. I'm watching as well here on, and you might as well even look at this one since Joey's talking about it. Let's go ahead and load it up on a trading screen. Take a gander of what this one is doing on the New York. What do we got? We got a 1 penny spread on NU. It's down 2.7%, but it's showing a buy-side imbalance here of a decent 1.5 million, which is really not moving, only pairing about 170,000 shares. So far is the exchange. New York is pretty good with it. Look, it's been a hot minute since I did any of these closing trades, but I remember New York being a bit more efficient than the Nasdaq and being a bit more tricky. Is that what they taught?
What's that?
New York was a bit. The closing trade on the New York.
Yeah, the prints are a little bit better.
They're a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's what I do remember.
I've observed.
So that's what we're seeing there. Let's go. Let's go through a few more of these. So we got NU. We got a buy side imbalance on the Bank of America, 1.7 million shares. Archer still a sell side imbalance of 941,000. Visa got a sell side imbalance of about 750,000 shares. What else we got? T-Mobile 625,000. GameStop buy side imbalance 500,000 shares with a bit more than 500,000 share buy side and paired as well. Going down over here, HPE of no interest to me. HIMS still sell side imbalance of about 500,000 shares, a little bit less. You're getting that same buy side imbalance, Joey, on QBTS with only about 151,000 paired. Assassino right there is what I'm looking at right there. QBTS, you're getting a buy side imbalance as well on SMR, about a little bit less than 500,000 shares with only 62,000 shares paired so far, and likewise with CCL about a little bit less than 500,000, Joey.
All right, good stuff there. So trade the pool, beat Ackman live trading competition is here, October 8th to 10th. Every day, Ackman makes his move. Your mission: outperform him, beat his return, prove you've got what it takes. Then grand finale on October 13th, broadcast live on Trader TV with Trade the Pool team live in the studio. Over 600,000 in prizes are up for grabs. 25, 50K, and even 100K evaluations accounts, plus surprise giveaways during the live show. Don't just watch, compete, beat Ackman, win big. Scan the QR code. Yeah,
scan it.
Scan that stuff there, guys. Anthony, I seen that. Also, DM me on X. I see you say you put your office phone number on the board. Keep up the good work, my guy. Much appreciated. Also, Anthony, DM me on X at TraderTV Joseph. If you have X, that is, that would be absolutely fantastic. If not, I'm going to be in contact with some of those guys tonight. I was already talking to Meeks. He said that's funny, and we're going to talk about it.
Bro, just when you can't like Dua Lipa anymore, this is the kind of stuff with the Cowboys cheerleaders in a Cowboys jersey. Get it, Dua. Yeah, she knows exactly what to do. Hold on, what number is she wearing there? 20. Who's she wearing? 22? I can't really see the number she's wearing there. Yeah, 22. She got 22 on. Who wears 22 for the Cowboys? Get it, Dua Lipa.
Yeah, guys, make sure you just do us a favor as we're coming into the end of the show. Just make sure you hit that like and subscribe as well, too, please.
D, I don't know if I'd...
has unlimited upside.
Damn.
I don't know if I'd hold a Dow a short. I don't know if I'd hold anything short over the weekend. Look, maybe we don't get this resolved right away, right? We know that the APAC conference in South Korea is a couple of weeks away, and they were scheduled to speak. So maybe there's a lot of posturing happening in anticipation of that meeting. This is the first time they're actually going to meet in Trump 2.0. We know that last time the U.S. president met with President Xi, we saw what Gavin Newsom did and cleaned up San Francisco. That was really the last time that there were any meetings between the two leaders. So I think that there's going to be a lot of posturing going into this. And with posturing comes volatility, D. And that's why I personally just don't feel comfortable holding any specific new swing trade into the weekend. Nothing that I'm not already involved in and have a plan for. That's just my own ideas. That's all I'm talking about there. And yeah, let me know how that works, D. But
I can tell there was.
All right, shout out to me, D. Yeah, I know about our coffee chats. Look, brother, I saw what I saw there, and I think you saw the same thing as well. That wasn't the point of what I was trying to make. Our coffee chats. I kind of want to use that point there. But that was the last time. Correct me if I'm wrong. That the president of China met with the president of the United States was under the previous Biden administration. So it hasn't happened. I think this is the first time it's going to happen in a while. So, and there obviously have been so many developments since that time, not the least of which, obviously, the trade dispute between the two countries. So I anticipate, obviously, a lot of posturing, Joey.
Absolutely. Yeah, Erie Pages, I'm along what you just said for sure. Absolutely triple bank to that one. AMD is still continuing to bleed 214, right? So, I mean, AMD, if you're buying at those peaks, man. you're already down quite a bit. So, I mean, it is what it is. 240 all the way down to 214. Grab a little bit more. That's why I always say you don't want to just buy everything at once. You just slowly want to start to grab things here and there. Again, if you got 10K or you're looking to invest $1,000, 2 here, 1.5 here, 2 there.
Joey, any fights this weekend?
Big UFC fights.
What?
Brother. Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Last
What do you mean?
week
There's
and
always
this week?
Yeah.
All right, so what we got on the card?
We got Charles Oliveira versus Marquise Gamrot, and then we also
Oliveira, I
have
know that,
Davidson. You know Charles Dubronx? Yeah. He's fighting tonight. He was supposed to fight Rafael Fiziev, but he got hurt. He's a pretty tough guy.
Okay.
So shout out to Charles, and then we got Davidson Figueiredo.
What weight are these guys?
Lightweight.
Okay.
So
Lightweight.
155. Yeah.
But these guys will walk around like 165, 170.
After they rehydrate, yeah,
Okay,
100%. So they're big dudes.
Small, yeah.
And then we got some good co-main events as well too. Davidson Figueiredo's on the former champion. He's on the co-main event there.
Any boxing?
As for boxing, I have no idea, man.
Yeah, I got to sniff that one out.
Yeah. Boxing.
Not like I'll be watching on the IP or anything like that.
No.
It's going to be all good, Joey. We're going to pay for everything.
But
we're going to do it good.
Patrick.
Oh.
Y'all did your thing these past few days. The whole crew, hoping everyone was good on that side. Back in the building soon. Thanks, Patrick.
Sooner rather than later, my man. I just want everyone to be rest assured. Everything is fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Everything is fine there.
Nice.
You know, the Katina man's getting LASIK done. Neil's just under the weather. You know, there's been something circulating all around here. Joey's got it currently. Neil's just dealing with it a little bit.
Fabian
is not here today as well.
He was here and he left.
Right?
Yeah. He was
here.
He was
suffering though, huh? Yeah.
Look at Ramin. She's a new trader over there in the deck. Yeah.
New trader alert. Ram-Ram's having a good week, bro. Shout out to Ram-Ram. She's been killing. Her videos have been dominating on TikTok right now. Her videos have been killing. 300,000 views on the Mark Carney President Trump thing, and then her Donald Trump video killing over 10,000 views from what I just saw last time. She's been killing it lately. We're gonna shout out Ram. She's been doing real well, man. And she's definitely helping.
Brent Roth, you don't know? Brent Roth doesn't know who that is? Come on, man. Get with it.
Come on now.
Get out of here.
Come on now.
Get that garbage
All right, we got about 45 seconds, Joey, until the closing bell. Look, I've seen a lot better days on the market. I hope everybody can maintain a positive attitude and just see things for what they are. Let's not hit the panic button so quickly, but hey, take advantage, man. You know, Dee was asking me about swing trades with respect to you know, holding the Dow over the weekend. Are you guys looking at any setups? Are you guys taking any swing trades with the last few minutes left? All right, I didn't even know it was here. We got another 15 seconds or so, but we have the special hammer.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
All right, so maybe I can actually.
ADHD.
All right, guys, the closing bell brought to you by VinFast. Ticker VFS. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right, guys. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Don't forget, precision beats power and timing beats speed. Keep it real, everyone. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Shout out to the Notorious.
Take care, guys.